ask, I'll never know. Yeah, if you're gonna leave, I'ma let you go. I'm tired of the pain. Go away. I'm tired of yesterday.
3, 2, 1.
Hey.
What's going on, Bob?
Hey, all good. That's a nice new intro you've been working on today, haven't you?
It's about the only thing I worked on today.
Ah, well, it looks good. Looks very professional.
It's different.
Well,
I get bored. And I have to switch things up, man. Sometimes.
Well, that's it. Yeah, it's nice to have something fresh, but I think it's definitely looking a lot more professional now. So you must have learned a few new tricks.
Yeah, I just piddle around with my phone, Bob. Really.
Well, there you go.
I sit on a recliner and I pretend like I'm doing something really important.
Well, at least relieved to know there's your phone that you've got in your hand.
I don't think I ever not have it in my hand.
Yeah. So is that? Yeah, I've had a good day. Just chilling out. Haven't really done a great deal, so just getting things ready.
I've been quiet today.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, got to go car shopping tomorrow. Wife wants a new car, so we're going to go car shopping, I think. So.
Oh, you're getting a new car.
Yeah, well, we've had the other one. It's about 14-year-old, so we'll probably find a new one and pass that one down to the lads. So.
Well, look at there.
Yeah, can't be bad.
You lucky son-bitch.
Mm-hmm.
So we got a cool show today, don't we?
We've got a really good band on tonight, and it's one that I've been looking forward to for a while. So yeah, should be really good.
For a while. I mean, you've been fanboying this band for a good minute. Yeah,
well, I first came across them back end of last year at one point, and this a particular track of theirs that I really enjoyed, and I thought, I'm looking forward to hearing more and check them out. And yeah, really interesting band. So I think we'll be a good watch and a good chat tonight. So
I think so. I mean, every show is a good show.
Well, of course.
When it's Bob hosting. So introduce the band, Bob. Let's bring them on the show.
Yeah, well, tonight we have the fantastic Sail.
Here we go. Well, welcome, fellas.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing,
guys?
Yeah, good. How are you guys?
Oh, really good. As I say, I was just saying to Sid, I've been looking forward to this for a while because I came across your track Mannequin at the back end of last year. Before we really get into that, we should really get to sort of know a bit more about you. So, but it has been one of those things where I was sort of waiting for more tracks to be coming along, which luckily is just landed within about the last week or two, hasn't it? That you've been starting to get play going out on your new track as well. So, good timing for us to get you on the show and find out a bit more about you guys.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah, it's exciting times. Flood, the song we released, I think about 2 weeks ago now. So far, doing really well. So it's nice to have some new stuff out for sure.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So, should we? Do you want to introduce yourselves and tell us what you do in the band? Because and I know we've got some missing members as well. So,
Hi, I'm Charlie, General Dog's Body, also guitarist and singer.
Hi, I'm Kynan and I play bass. I shout a lot, and sometimes if I'm feeling a bit frisky, I will play the synth.
did you say if you're feeling a bit frisky, you play the synth?
Yes, yeah. If I'm feeling a little bit frisky, I will play the synthesizers.
That's what we like. What do you play with when you feel a bit frisky, Sid?
You don't even have to ask, Bob. You don't even have to ask.
So, who have we got missing from the band tonight, then, guys? Because I know you're not just a two-piece. So.
Yeah, so we've got Tom, who is our drummer and sort of general connected man extraordinaire. I don't think I've ever met, and you can probably back me up on this one, Kynan, I don't think I've ever met anyone who knows so many people as Tom.
He's a wizard. He just, yeah. I swear he's got like some arcane secrets that he's keeping from us.
I guess an underground tunnel like den that it's just like for dark magic, and he's just casting spells on all the people so he can get all the connections.
Oh God, yeah.
It would not surprise me. It would not surprise me.
You just see him in the corner somewhere with a black cloak over his head, over an alchemy table, just casting spells.
Yeah, I could believe it. But everyone would know it as well. Everyone, oh, it's Tom. He's casting spells. Brilliant. We were at Bloodstock a couple of weeks ago, and just walking around, we'd stop so often because people are like, "Oh, hey, Tom, what's up? Oh, hey," and it's you'd walk 30 meters and meet the next person, and the next person, the next person.
Did he have like a different like stride to him? He was walking around. What was he like doing all these numbers? What's up? Hey.
Just staying alive for the Bee Gees just follows him everywhere.
I could have sworn that I actually saw something on Facebook that he was one of you guys, and I think it was Tom, was wearing something like a pink or a purple wig or something like that in one of the pictures. Is that right?
Yeah, he sort of becomes his best self at festivals. We'll say that. And why not? Yeah,
Too right.
We also have our other guitarist and singer, Tim, who is not here either. Between us, we don't really have a singer, really, do we? So
no, well, like for example, the last 3 singles we've released, I think we've, other than Tom, who doesn't really do vocals, we've all sort of taken a lead. Like for Starve, it was Charlie. Mannequin, it was Tim, and Flood. I did the most vocals on that one. So
I did notice it. I thought that was kind of unique. It kind of reminds you of like Kiss, where Gene and Paul and Ace and Peter, they all kind of had their own like parts and albums, and they're like Beth and Detroit Rock City, and so yeah, it's kind of a cool idea to do that though, really.
Yeah, like you see a few bands doing it, but like all the best ones, like Kiss, Toto, Fleetwood Mac. I'm going to throw Mastodon in there as well. Yeah. All the best bands have lots of singers, and why not?
We think who else? Like some classic bands like Eagles. Eagles alternated singers all the time as well. So I mean, yeah, I guess it's not so much an uncommon thing, is it? There's the common denominator though, if you think about it. Every band that has like individual singers in their own parts end up being huge.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
we could hope.
That's what we want. You guys have been together quite a while, though, haven't you? Has it always been the same lineup as well?
Well,
sort of. Go on, Kynan.
Let's say from about, was it 2014-ish onwards? But that was like a different band, I guess, technically.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you want to elaborate on the story.
I mean, you don't have to elaborate on the story. I mean, if someone left the band, they just left the band. You ain't got to tell us why.
No, these things happen. I know you went through a name change as well, didn't you, at one point? So, yeah.
That's pretty much it, is that we were a different band doing different music, and then we were Husk back then, same lineup. And in 2016, I think, we became Sail. I should know that. In 2016, we became Sail because we were doing something a bit different, and we thought, this is a bit more us. But before that, it was the four of us playing kind of like doom rock as this band Husk. And then,
why have I heard that name sounds so familiar?
Is that Husk?
Yeah.
Yeah, so part of the reason we also changed our name is because there were like 4 other Husks on the circuit, and we thought, this isn't going to make us stand out.
That's probably the reason why then. If there's 4 or 5 other Husks, that's probably the reason why I've heard of it. So what made you guys decide to go from Husk to Sail?
Well,
go on.
There was we basically locked ourselves in a coffee shop with the goal of changing our name, and I think like 6 hours later and about 1 million cups of coffee later, we finally came out with the name Sail. There were lots of dud names that we came up with. I can't remember any of them, but
that would be my next question. What was the other options if you guys just decided to go with Sail?
Sail was the one that jumped out.
You know what? I'm just fucking done. I just want to get out of the coffee shop. I'm fucking wired. I've had too many espressos. I'm ready to get the fuck out of here. Let's just call it Sail, because that's what I'm about to do. I'm about to sell out of this bitch.
I was climbing the goddamn walls at the end of that day. I don't think I've ever drunk so much coffee. But Sail didn't jump out initially, I don't think. But then we sort of just round and round and round and round and round, and eventually we kept coming back to it. And then we were like, well, there must be something in this because we keep circling around this name. So fuck it, let's do it, and we did.
Well, it's good. Yeah, because I mean, at least you came up with the band name when you already had some music in place. I mean, I've been in many bands where they spend most of the time finding a name before they even write a song and never get there, So, but Sid, did you manage to get all 4 tracks we were hoping to play tonight?
Well, I got 3 because I've been teetering between 3 to 4 songs. So I went with 3 tonight because just depends on how the conversations go. Like last night when we had Talking with Demons, we couldn't get our 4th video in. So I just kind of settled with 3 tonight, buddy.
Yeah, that's fine.
All 3 now, I think you've mentioned it. I'll take it back. You've mentioned 2 out of the 3. I got Mannequin, and I got Flood, but I got the Flood live at the lab. I just thought that was really kind of cool to watch you guys kind of do that live. So I got that. I got that to play, and I also have Starve.
Fantastic.
Cool.
So that's the 3 I picked.
Well, I know that the first one that I ever came across you guys was when I was doing a Band of the Day feature, and I was looking around at different bands and stumbled across Mannequin and thought, "Whoa, this is fantastic!" And I realized it was a lockdown video because I read something that you'd put a sort of invite to fans to put forward their videos that you would then mash together to make a video out of for the song. Is that right?
I don't have that video though.
Well, that's typical.
Well, I went to their YouTube and I didn't see one like that, so I just snatched the song from their topic page where it gets distributed through DistroKid, so it's got a background and you'll hear the music at least.
Well,
I wish I would have found the video now that you're talking about it. I feel bad.
It's on YouTube somewhere, I'm sure of it. But
I'll share it out into the group afterwards. But you can't get the stuff.
I tell myself that every day, man.
We're lucky we're getting a functional show, Bob. I mean, I messed up once in a while. So let's introduce everybody who is watching and everybody that's going to be watching later. Let's introduce everybody to one of their songs. This is Sail with Mannequin.
Excellent.
We'll be right back, everybody.
Amazing.
So here's what I find interesting about you guys. You said you was like a doom metal band, right?
Yeah, once upon a time.
And you go to this, then that's a huge difference. What was it that made you guys to decide to go to this far to the right, so to speak?
We like the harmony and melody, and we thought, let's do that.
I think
when you did it,
listening.
you just when you first started playing it, did you just like automatically know like this is it right here? This is our sound.
I mean, we basically listen to a lot of pop music, like on the way back from gigs. Like, this is really hooky. It's like melodic. Like, what if we did that in our style? And then, sort of like this.
Well, I guess ultimately what I'm asking, did it take some practice to go from doom metal to go into more of a classic rockish alternative kind of a sound, I guess?
I don't think it did.
It was
not
sort of
for
like a
me.
natural progression.
Yeah.
Because we're doing like sort of long, like glittery bits in our doomy stuff. With like quite like pretty sections and.
Well, Bob.
Yeah, I was going to say it's always a dangerous thing when you're sort of naming bands and saying, these remind me. But I'm not saying that you've got exactly the same sound. But when I first heard that track, it sort of conjured sort of images of bands like Suede to me. I don't know if you're familiar with them and their track Animal Nitrate, and it's not quite the same sound, but it was just something different and slightly off the wall. And I thought, I love this track. first listening, it was just there, you know.
I agree with you, Bob. I think Ina also said as well. I think Ina was on point too, where they heard she heard hints of like Muse in the vocals. And I was thinking something like the Muse or the Killers. It kind of has that kind of a vibe to it a little bit for me. For me, it does at least. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. That sounds kind of country, doesn't it?
That's cool. We all listen, like Kynan said, we all listen to all sorts of stuff. We all love all sorts of different things, and it's nice where the band is now because we started writing more like hooks and kind of pop music. But what if pop music but sludge? Like, there's a lot of opportunity to bring in all sorts of different sounds, and it's really cool just to throw some stuff at the wall and see what comes out. So far, so good.
It's kind of amazing what you can do from going like to doom metal to actually slowing things up a bit, and you're able to create more. There's more time to be able to create more to the song than what you would normally be able to do with doom metal or death metal, because it's fast, it's heavy, it's only a certain amount of chord. There's only so much experimenting you can do within the song. You know what I mean? So when you slow songs up like you guys have done, it gives you a little bit more creative freedom to create more things and more sounds coming out of the music. And I think it's brilliant. I think you guys did an excellent job doing that transition.
Yeah, I agree. I really like the high vocal as well.
Yeah,
really good. So, is that you, Charlie? I'm seeing a smile.
That's Tim. Actually, Tim's.
That's Tim
on Mannequin. Tim's always been, and I will forever be sort of mostly in awe, but a little bit jealous. He's always been able to just hit these really high notes with this fantastic control and range. And I can sing, but it's a bit more gruff, and that's fine. But I sort of like when he does that, I'm like, how do you do that? How does anyone do that? But we're blessed for it, to be honest. It's all the better that we
listen to a lot of pop music. So that caught my thought for a second. What kind of pop bands would you guys listen to?
I'm well into Lorde at the moment. Her most recent album is fantastic.
I was listening to that earlier, actually.
It's so good, isn't it?
I listened to a lot of Taylor Swift, actually. Like, her Folklore album was fantastic.
I tell me some more bands, because this has got my attention, because you're taking different your influences that you're using now I'm pretty sure that you guys are taking inspiration from these artists and creating, and helps create you what you guys and creating your sound, right? I mean, right?
Yeah, sure. I think so.
So I think it's interesting that you're going from like someone like Taylor Swift, and I have nothing against her at all. I think she's a talented artist. I think she's got some really good songs, and I'm kind of a fan of the country pop sound myself. You know, I got hidden obsessions myself with pop artists. One of my biggest one is Pink. I think Pink is a phenomenal singer. I think she's a phenomenal songwriter. She's a hell of a performer. She gets up there on stage and she entertains, and I respect every bit of that.
Yeah, definitely.
But isn't that when you get quality though? Because anybody can sort of listen to a band and think, right, I'm going to go out and reproduce that. But when you listen to something that's maybe of one genre and then sort of slightly shifted into a different one, that's when you get something new and interesting, isn't it? So
yeah. When you can get something that's sort of sounds like pop but isn't. Yeah, no, for sure. I got so into, during the lockdowns last year, I got so into Dua Lipa's most recent album. It's kind of like disco, like modern disco. I think it's fantastic. Super synthy and layery.
I don't know if you noticed there, guys, but Ina in chat saying that she's going to stalk you so hard on social media. Right? Please try not to panic too much. She's stuck in Greece. So, you know, you're reaching Greece at the moment, so you're fairly safe. So
I think it's brilliant, guys. I mean, it's nice to go and pick in someone's brain like this, where you told us a little bit of the story about the transition from being a doom band to going to more what you're doing now, and what the influences were as you was going through that transition, and what you was listening to at the time to help it, what helped shape the band sound. I think it's really cool, guys. I really do.
Cool. Yeah, thank you. It's a lot of fun.
No, good. So tell me, when obviously I was saying earlier that the video that you did with the fans was part brought about with the lockdown and them sending videos to you so you could construct it. So was the actual song itself written before lockdown and the video became that because of lockdown, or?
Yeah, I think we had like a really we were going to go like a massive production for the video for Mannequin. We had some in Wales booked, like a big studio, and I think we were going to record the video in March or April. I can't remember which. And it's like, oh, okay, so yeah, lockdown's gonna stop that. And then I think it was my wife actually said about the fan video thing, so it's like save the day.
Because Bob's building a lot of hype up for this video, and I kind of feel like I dropped the ball tonight not finding this video.
It gives us an opportunity to share the guy out on our pages again, so everybody can watch it. But it was really good because at first I hadn't realised what you'd done, and sort of like bringing the fans in. There's this guy on whose video starts and he's really smiley, and I think he's sort of sitting there eating, and I was thinking, I don't remember seeing that guy in the band on some of the other stuff. Is he? I guess that's just a fan, that one, is he?
Yeah, I can't remember which one that is actually, but
is
it the guy from Ohms?
It might be the drummer from Ohms.
Yeah. We put the sort of thing out like, oh, can anyone want to send us some clips? And we were working with a PR guy at the time for that, and the result is we got like a really good reach of bands that we played with, like Ohms, like Conjurer, Once Upon a Time. But also we got this global reach as well. So there was this band in America called Scientists, who are fantastic, and their sense of humor is so on point. Their clips were just brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. And we got stuff from a band we played with in South Africa called Deity's Muse. We didn't go to South Africa. They came over and played there. God, one day. But they sent us some clips, and we got stuff from Australia. I think a thrash band called Heathen sent us stuff, and I think they're playing Bloodstock.
Really? Wow. Yeah. You got some for yeah. So that's got some interest, yeah. So how much footage did you get all together?
You what, sorry?
Did you have like hours of footage to go through to find the bits you wanted, or?
Yeah, there was a lot.
Yeah. How many clips was it in the end? Like,
oh, dude, I don't know. It was that many.
Was it nearly? Was it over 100 or?
It must be. It must be. I think Elle sent us like 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad I did that job going through all those.
Yeah. No, we I'm gonna try to remember what we did.
That's almost as bad. That's almost as bad as Bob is the sperm well, the whale's sperm count we had on yesterday. We had, one of the questions Bob had was like, how much like a count of sperm count comes out of a whale when it ejaculates. And we had, it was like, what was it, like 200 billion?
200 billion. Apparently, I only found the information online. I mean, I don't know who counts them, but you know.
That's not a job you want.
No, it isn't.
I know it's kind of a fucked up comparison saying, all right, I'm going to go through 100 video clips versus 200 billion sperm you got to count from a whale, but I wouldn't want to do it either way.
No, it is a bit of a bizarre job.
Man with a clipboard. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So what's your writing process then, guys? How do you actually approach writing these when you sort of bring these different influences in? Oh, good question, Nina.
Yeah, it's sort of varied, I think. We do a lot of jamming as a band, and ironically, a lot of the jamming that we do doesn't really, at the moment, become the tracks we use. It's quite good. It's a nice cohesive thing. But no, normally one of us will have kind of like anything from a skeleton of an idea, like, oh, I've got half a riff, or anywhere from there up to I've written an entire song. It kind of varies, but we all, irrespective of that, and I'm sure you can add to this too, kind of, but like I find that somebody will come to the table with part of a song, but we all make it our own. Yeah.
I mean, we all like. It's not like someone writes like all of the parts or anything. Like it's like we add our own flavor to our parts. To like the fleshed out idea. We literally just put our own spin on it, which is, I guess, like why our sound varies so much, because we're all listening to different stuff, trying out different things. And
yeah, it's a good idea, isn't it? Because I mean, it gives a lot more variation into the sound rather than it just being one person directing everything and saying, "Look, this is what we want you to do." It's good when you have different influences coming in. So
yeah, nice to have a nice group of everybody collaborating and come up with ideas together as a unit, as a team. I said unit. As a team. As a team, it's nice. It's nice that way. Nobody feels like they're being left out or singled out. And two, it gives a sense that there is a cohesiveness between the band, that everybody already feels like they're equals.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
You get something bigger than the sum of its parts that way, which, like, to me, is kind of the whole point. So, yeah, it's good.
Also, go back to the whole like us jamming thing. I think one of the tracks from the Live at the Lab session, Dawn Chorus, that was literally just us like messing around jamming like at the start of the session. They just hit record.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, it's become quite popular on Spotify, I think. So,
well,
yeah, excellent.
What do you guys think? You guys think about let's play another song for everybody? I'm thinking about playing Starve.
I'm pretty hungry.
I do have the munchies, so that does sound good. All right, so everybody, we'll be right back. This is Cell, and this is their song Starve. We'll be right back.
It goes down. It don't. It don't go down.
Robert, it goes down.
No, it don't.
It do go down.
Oh!
Okay, guys, I fucked up. No, I really fucked up. I need you to come now. No, right now.
Robots, roll out.
I haven't seen that one before.
I'll never eat spaghetti again.
Oh,
Yeah, we said that.
yeah, it took a while. It took us a while.
It's a fucking great video, though. I tell you, I love the song. Who was singing on that one?
That's me.
Dude, that was good. I liked it. It kind of had a little bit of like the first of the beginning of the song. You know, the chorus. It was the guitar, and it kind of reminded me a little bit of like Black Label Society a little bit.
Oh, neat. Okay. Yeah, I see it.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But I really liked it. Catchy guitar, vocals were good. The video was fun.
It was different, wasn't it? It's kind of it's an interesting idea. It's simply filmed and what have you. But you're sitting there and I'm kind of captivated thinking, where's this going? You know, so it makes you watch and pay attention, doesn't it? You know, so
I don't know what to say about the video. It was good. it was good, but I don't know if it was. It just left you confused. Tell me, I want to know what the idea of that video was.
Yeah, so the idea of the video was, oh shit, it's the day before filming and the idea we had didn't come through. Should we just eat some food? That's the idea.
Well, there was parts like with I'm gonna say this wrong. Kynan. All right. So like when he was like dipping his finger in the spaghetti and it looked like he was putting like the war paint type shit on. There was elements that I thought where you guys was going into some sort of character. And then at the end you're seeing the old boy with his little grin and his smirk. But then I'm looking at he's looking at the cell phone. And it's like, what was it? The top five what?
Oh, it was I think I Googled something like how to move on after making a terrible mistake. The terrible mistake being, oh God, we've eaten so much pasta. It was a bit of a weird one.
It was so much fun to film, though.
Oh God, it was so good.
Incredible.
Well, I bet it was because you guys was. It seemed like you guys was going into character a bit, and it was like you guys was taking it outside of just sitting there eating a big ass bowl of spaghetti. It looked like you guys was taking it up a notch, just getting into character for the video. I thought it was fun, interesting, but it was fun. I say interesting because I was kind of thinking there was like some like behind the scenes story about there's a big bowl of spaghetti and why am I seeing smirks and why is what's going on with the cell phone? So
I think it's sort of like on the day the person who filmed us, Louise, was sort of like, yeah, let's try this and let's try that. And I think it kind of ended up being sort of a ploy for Tom to kind of kill us all with too much pasta. But it's not, we didn't script that. We just went in and like, fuck, let's just eat a load of pasta and see what happens. And there you go.
I mean, we literally did eat a lot of that pasta.
Yeah, you guys wore it.
The Tim's flat took a while to clean, I'm told.
I think he's still finding pasta now.
Oh God!
Like, how many years on?
2 years? 2.5? No, that's not okay. That's not okay.
Like I said, guys, I think that song that was the first time I heard that song all the way through. I listened to like the first, 30, 45 seconds of it to make sure it plays on my end, and then I stop and I wait to the shows to actually hear the majority of the songs. Because I want to be like a first-time listener and being live, listening to the songs for the first time. I just get off on that kind of. I don't, doing DJing, and I get a lot of submissions, I guess, and I try to have some. I try to keep some excitement into what I'm doing. So by listening, like I listened to Flood, and I absolutely love that song. We've played that on the radio station, but the other ones I wanted to not listen to all the way through because I wanted to be like a first-time listener, and then become a fan after the show.
Yeah, that's an exciting way to do it, I think. So that's cool.
So far, we're batting home runs so far because I Starve was really a good. Like I said, that was really a good song. I really enjoyed that one.
It is, and obviously even the video, which is obviously confused the hell out of Sid. But isn't it still nice to see just something like that rather than something flat and just the music playing and stuff like that? It's nice to have some visual to sort of get lost in, isn't it? So
I thought it was cool. I didn't know if somebody was a psychopath and they was trying to purposely make somebody eat all this spaghetti to fucking off them or something. Or I know he was dipping his hands in like the Parmesan cheese. I was thinking maybe there's some sort of poison in it or something. He's putting it in everybody's fucking spaghetti. But I guess that's why I have an imagination for, right?
I think,
and like that's part of the beauty of it as well, is it does like leave the viewer to make those decisions.
And that was my first time watching it, and that's what I was getting out of the video. So that bravo to you guys for. I'm just going to put 5 bowls of spaghetti out on the table, and we're just going to eat it. To actually, my interpretation of me watching it for the first time, I thought it was going to be some sort of like a Clue movie or something, like who did the murder, who was the murderer. And by the end, and I thought, oh, there he is. He's the killer. He killed everybody. Everybody's laying on the floor. So brilliant. What you thought was something simple turned out to be, in this simple mind, very complex.
I think the real psychopaths in the video were all 4 of us for deciding to eat that much food.
So when you guys then went into sort of like the lockdown period, you said that a lot of your music's been coming out of when you've been able to just get together and jam, and sometimes the tracks that you're working on just develop. How did you find the lockdown process for being able to keep yourselves going and then getting back together afterwards? Or
it was weird, huh? It was a weird time.
It took some getting used to, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Did you guys put a pause on everything until you was able to practice together again, or did you guys kind of like throw files back and forth and kind of work things out that way?
We kind of like, no, go on, kind of.
I say we sort of did like a load of like video meetings and like, oh, this is what we want to achieve by this time, and sort of sharing videos of each other playing and like throwing ideas around basically. And
so you were still constructing and working on new music and all that while everything was going through all.
Yeah.
Right, excellent. So when did you manage to get back together? Or was that sort of like the May, June sort of area this year? And
we got together in between the 2 lockdowns last year. We played 2 gigs. Somehow we managed to find 2 gigs to play in between the first lockdown and the winter one. And we sort of practiced a bit. We got some ideas together. And then, we've properly come back to it as of, I guess it must have been May, right?
Yeah, I think it was about May time.
Yeah. And it's just been sort of steadily picking up where we left off. It's kind of as if nothing ever really happened, which is good.
So what are you aiming towards? Are you working towards a new EP, an album, or where's it heading?
Long-term new album.
Yeah, I think we're going to sort of lock ourselves away soon and really hammer down some new material for an album.
Yeah, we've got like sort of half songs ready to go, so we're gonna just hit the studio and just get them written.
Just flesh them out.
Question for me: did you guys release an EP during the lockdown?
We released Mannequin during the lockdown, which was sort of an EP in that it came with Mannequin, but a longer version, and Mannequin, but the Kine and Scott synth remix. And that came out. Oh, if you haven't heard it, the synth remix is amazing. It's super cool. That came out. When did that come out? July last year?
I think so.
Yeah. We released a live EP. We went to a studio, did like a live session in September last year. That was released around Christmas. Then Flood came out fairly recently.
So these songs that you have now, like Starve and Mannequin, was you performing these songs prior to releasing them before the?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We've had them written for years.
Yeah, and even Flood, I think that's been a long time.
Yeah, we were playing Flood on the first tour we did, which was 4 years ago.
Wow.
Flood has changed a lot. The version of Flood you guys are playing tonight was kind of the quote-unquote first version, and the final result, i.e. the song we've got recorded, is quite different in the vocal melodies are a bit different, and the feeling behind the song is quite different, and it's nice to see that evolution just by playing it.
So will these tracks move forward onto the forthcoming LP or album? Will they be included on that, or is it all going to be new when it moves forward?
All brand new.
All brand new.
All brand new.
I think we were going to do like a little release of all of the singles like together. So as like a little thing, but
something separate.
That may or may not happen.
So taking like the 3 songs that I've played or 4 songs that you guys already had out, you're going to put those all together on like an EP for everybody to grab.
Yeah.
Then the next one you're working on in the future is just going to be all fresh songs and all new material. They have the old stuff to go to if they want to listen to it to the side then.
Yeah, you got it.
Perfect.
The new stuff is sounding really cool. So far, the new stuff is sounding really, really cool.
Did it take a while for you guys to kind of kick off the rust when you guys got back together after the lockdown? Or was you guys just like excited? Because I know when you take an extended amount of time apart, it takes a little bit of time to start to gel again, and or is it when you guys just walked into the practice room, you're like it just all hit on all cylinders right off the bat?
Yeah, I feel like it was just like we hadn't been apart.
Yeah. Which is really like amazing, and it proved that what we were doing over lockdown works. Just keeping in contact, sending stuff back and forth. Like in terms of writing, it's taken us a little while to get to where we are, but practice, playing, being together,
just
nothing changed.
Creating whichever way you were able to create, and it's cool that you guys were sharing videos and stuff like that to keep each other's creative flow keep going, and if you don't do stuff like that, then there's that disconnect, and then you kind of like that gel's kind of gone. So it's really cool when you guys got back into the practice room again. It all just felt like you guys was kicking on all cylinders. That's cool. So do you guys have anything coming up here in the near future? Any shows and anything like that going on here?
We've got a couple shows that I can't remember when they are. I should know. Sometime in September.
I know we're playing one at the Griffin in Bristol.
Yeah. I think we're doing Bridgewater as well shortly after. And then that's about it, I think, show-wise.
Yeah.
In terms of this year, because
we've got a festival next year as well. The Hard Rock Hell Spring Break, I think it is.
Yeah. March, I think.
Yes. Yeah. Sometime in March.
Ah, cool. So a few bits happening then.
Outside of shows, what other kind of stuff you guys got going on?
Well, the rest of this year we are writing now. That's kind of our plan, is just as of September, write the album, get it done. But we've got another single that will be released at some point. I think we're on about early part of next year, if memory serves.
Yeah,
we talked a lot about it. Yeah, that's ready to go. So that's just getting that sorted. We're going to do a video for that. We have a couple of other singles a bit after that we want to do as kind of like a mini EP. We also have a super secret project that I'm not. Can I talk about it? What do you reckon, Kynan? Can we talk about it?
It would be super secret if you talked about it.
Too much about it.
Yeah. At some point next year, there will be quite an interesting release that we're a part of.
Yeah, I think July, maybe.
Yeah.
July next year. There's a really, 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 really cool thing in the works.
Yeah, the lineup for that is stacked as well. So
good.
Yeah.
He's already.
I don't know if I can talk about it. So.
Already too much information.
Sounds really exciting, doesn't it?
Right. now I want to press them for answers now. Put the spotlight on them. All right, guys, what is this project?
Tell me, or you have to eat all the spaghetti. No, God.
Yeah, that's the one.
I don't want to.
So if people wanted to find your music and you guys, what's the links that they need to be seeing? We're looking for them and share them out, obviously, over the next couple of days. But what do they need to be looking to find you guys?
We are on most socials. I think if you search one word, The Band Sale, it should come up. Facebook, Instagram, maybe Bandcamp as well. The bandsale.bandcamp.com. Spotify, we're on there. Just look for
Twitter as well. We're
Thank you.
quite active on Twitter.
Yeah.
How do you find Twitter?
I don't know. I don't do it. So.
I've never
It's good
figured
for-
out Twitter
good for
ever.
Yeah.
I guess one of my
Twitter's
downfalls.
Really good for networking.
So cool, guys. Cool. I appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight. We're going to wrap the show up. We're close to our hour, and we're going to play. We still got to play a video for everybody. We still got the third video to play, which is I think the video was fun. I'm glad I found this one and I decided to use this one because I thought it'd be a nice little for everybody who's watching, that will be watching, could kind of see what you guys are like together, playing together, in kind of a semi-live setting, right?
Yeah.
So that's really cool. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight. It was a pleasure to meet you guys. Really, it was. It was fun.
Thanks for having us, man.
Yeah,
it was a lot of fun.
It's been great.
Yeah, good to meet you guys, and thanks for joining us.
And we will be sharing your guys' stuff out for sure. I think I told you when I do these shows, I like to leave some of the music out so I listen to it fresh. And I become a fan at the end of the show. Well, you guys got yourself another fan. So brilliant guys. I think you guys are really on to something. I really enjoy you guys' sound, and just keep up what you guys are doing. It really is some good stuff.
Cool. Thank you.
Everybody who's tuned in, thank you for watching tonight. We appreciate it. Be sure to tune in next Friday. We have for Talking with Demons, if I'm not mistaken, isn't it Autonym? And we're premiering their new video, and the song's already out, which is Piper, but we're actually premiering the video on Talking with Demons, right, Bob?
That's right. Yeah, going to have the first play on Talking with Demons, and Mark's going to be joining us for a quiz. I noticed that David from Autonyms had been watching at one point tonight. He's probably still there. He lost a forfeit and had to dance with a teddy bear on the last time he was on for Autonyms. So we'll have to think of something for Mark to do, won't we?
I'm not doing any forfeits, Bob. I'm sorry. I mean, maybe, but we have an Into the Fire show Saturday as well, and we have the Bury Me where I Fall is going to be on the show, right? So that'll be at 4 p.m., 9 p.m. for you folks across the way. And yeah, that's it, guys. I appreciate everybody who tuned in. You guys have a great night. We will see you next Friday. We're going to end the show with Cell with Flood live at the lab. You guys have a great night. Be safe.
That's great. Thanks again, guys.
Cheers. Thank you.
Right on.
Cheers.